Yo, what's up, Vibe Tribe? It's your girl.
Davida.
And today I have some lyrics that need to be explained. And it's for my single, Depression. Woo, woo. Okay. So I like the change of scenery. So we're going to just chill out here and discuss. So I wrote this song specifically for this time. If you aren't aware of my newest single out right now on all platforms, go ahead and check it out. It would be awesome if you play the song while you watch this video with me to get that full experience of the explanation of the words as well as the composition of the music, because I write and create my music. Let's go ahead and discuss. Verse 1, and I'll sing here and there, by the way, but it won't be the same as listening to the song. So, verse 1. Let's talk about depression. Okay. So I'm not like excited to actually talk about depression. Matter of fact, I'm actually terrified to talk about the hard things, the truth. And I think it's actually mostly because it's how I'm wired. So most of the things that I want to talk about, it's the truth. And I realize as I've been growing up and just making friends and all that good stuff, I realized that there are a lot of people that are actually more comfortable with not talking about the truth, not bringing up the elephant in the room. Me, I'd rather talk about it, but I know that that's not socially acceptable all the time. So for me, let's talk about depression. That is an invitation. It's not really as suggestive as it sounds. I really want to say, like, if you're willing, let's talk about depression. Like compressions I feel on my heart. It feels like I can't breathe. Okay, so sometimes the feelings, and I've called this underlying depression in my TikToks lately because I'll go through my day smiling, but at the end of the day, it's still there. Unfortunately, it takes a lot of work to heal from something that I think I've been experiencing since my childhood. So, due to that, there are times where it gets super extreme, super tough on me, and I have to decide, oh, okay, you know, this is too much. Sometimes it's just too much to, hunker down through. Sometimes you're like feeling like you can't breathe. Okay. So the compressions I feel on my heart, it feels like I can't breathe. I feel like something died inside of me. And I do feel that way still to this day. And I'm sure many of you have gone through a feeling where something snapped. Okay. Something broke and you're no longer the same person. Okay. I get it. I get it. I used to think, oh my gosh, that's so dramatic, but that's how the human body works. Okay. It's called trauma. Okay. I don't think I use that lyric at all, that word at all in my lyrics, but trauma is what I'm describing at this point in time. I feel it in my heart. It feels like I can't breathe. Something died inside of me. I think I need CPR. That's my first time in this song thinking, oh, I definitely need help. Professional help, hopefully, medical help, definitely. That's why I chose CPR, not just because it sounds good, but because I legit had to go to like the doctor's office to try to figure this out. Like this was taking over my life in the worst way possible, right? And by the way, this climactic moment of depression for me was in 2024. So just last year, okay? So I don't want you guys to think like I'm fully healed or I've, completely discovered the code to successfully overcoming depression because that's not the case at all. But this song is just putting it in a category. It's giving depression its moment because I had a full moment and I actually gave a moment to just feel what depression is, what it feels like, how bad it really was, what I've been keeping inside of me the whole time. I allowed it to finally take over. Okay. You fight it all your life, right? You're going to you're going to give up eventually. You're only human. Okay. So that's what happened to me. It took over. I felt like, okay, I need medical help, CPR, literally. Strong Black Woman can't show. Okay, if you're a Black woman and you feel like you already understand this, you know what I'm saying, just comment below and be like, yep, I got you. But Strong Black Woman can't show what I'm really going through. My elders won't have it. Now, it's a bad habit, maybe I'm toxic. Okay, I had to take some steps back, right? I'm over here mad at the world for how I'm being treated as a black woman, mad at my family for how I am held to a standard that's technically, unnecessary for the world that I'm living in. But it's also gonna help me be better than my counterparts, than my peers, or than other, people in my life. So it's like I'm just held to this high ass standard, and then you have the extra, stereotypes that tell you're strong. You can't let this get you down. You can't afford to let it get you down. That's the real life of most black women in America, or just most women. I feel like in general, I feel like there are too many times where we find ourselves going through much more than the average male, and we be having to just figure it out. And on top of that, a lot of women aren't as, empathetic. The older women are usually not as empathetic for the younger women. And that's understandable because the older people went through other things, and now the younger people get to think about other things. We have a privilege, and it's time for all of us to use it. Okay. So, yeah, let's stop there for a second. So, every time I say I'm toxic, that's me taking a step back. One thing about me, and one of the things I'm most proud of about me, is that I'm not afraid to do some shadow work. Okay. I'm not afraid to do the reflection part of things. Okay. I don't care how bad the conflict is and how abused I may feel. I'm still going to do the reflection. I'm going to do it. Maybe it's not right away, but it's going to happen. And I can't help but to do it because I know it's going to make me a better person. Okay. So, with that being said, I say I'm toxic, not because I'm judging myself, but because I'm asking myself, do I need to recalibrate? Do I need to look into my own behavior? And do I need to practice something to improve my behavior? Most likely the answer is yes. And that is the hardest part. If you have to accept something like that, nobody wants to do that, right? Nobody wants to think of themselves as a bad person, but it happens. Okay. Oh, it's snowing. I say maybe I should quit. And by quit, I mean maybe I should stop doing bad things. Or I think maybe I should quit doing everything, right? I think when you're down that bad, you're going to start thinking you should just give up in general. And that's okay, but it's not. And, when you're wallowing in it, when you're really deep in that sorrow, I'm already losing. How the hell do you do this? Okay. You get desperate. Now you're just like, was I being set up this whole time? Am I ever going to figure it out? Right? Am I supposed to be this miserable for the rest of my life? Right? That's what that moment is all about. And then I say, some help, I could use it. Because at the end of the day, you cannot do this alone. Okay? You need some type of support, whether that's your family, your friends, you know what I'm saying? God is mine. Okay? Jesus is my savior. At the end of the day, he is my help. I isolated myself, asked God, like, hey, by the look, by the way, some help, I could use it. And then second verse, not gonna lie, I'm tired of talking. Okay. That second verse, I said this on my last TikTok, like, and reel. You need to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, Davida_beloved, so you can keep up. Okay. But I say, not gonna lie, I'm tired of talking. Okay. Explaining the thoughts in my mind. The thoughts in my head. Sorry, wrong words. The thoughts in my head. Because you'll just call me crazy. Try your best to shake me. But baby, I'm observant. Okay, so let's back it up. First of all, I wrote this song because I am tired of talking. I'm tired of trying to explain myself to people who really are only listening to give their own responses, okay? Or they're only listening because they need to even the score, right? I've probably given them way more of myself than they have given me. And so now it's only right if they give me some attention. Do they want to give it to me? Probably not. And are they really listening? I'd be thinking not. Okay. So over time, I've noticed these things. This happens with everyone, loved ones, people I trusted. It don't matter. And I don't personally hold it against them either. I truly do think life just has us all in a chokehold, and we're not willing to always listen to other people's problems when we all have our own. Okay. So I'm not mad at nobody. But just know that I'm exhausted, trying to explain myself. I'm tired of talking, explaining the thoughts in my head, not to mention the boyfriends I used to have. They would just call me crazy and try their best to interrupt, my thought process, make me feel like not only am I not talking about the truth anymore, but I'm doing too much on top of all that. Like, what I have to say isn't important. And not only that, it's not important enough. Like, you are wasting my time. Like, those were the vibes I would get. So they would try to shake me by making me feel as though my words weren't important. And that really does shake up some women, okay? Especially me, from a woman that has no fathering, okay? It's difficult, okay? And I don't mean my father wasn't around in my life. I'm saying he acted absent, right? He was an absent father that was actually around. So he's the pinnacle of a man that will try to make you feel like you're not, interesting enough and worthy enough of even talking to, right? So I already had that deep down inside of me. But to be finding myself in multiple relationships and not getting the same kind of vibe, it was damn near destructive, okay? So I'm observant. By the time I hit like 23, 24, 20 even, I was starting to become a lot more observant of these behaviors, the narcissistic behaviors, the coping mechanisms to cover up for stupidity. I started recognizing these patterns and decided, you'll try to do all this to me, but guess what? I'm observant. I'm a Scorpio though, so I'm gonna risk it. I don't really care that much. Like, we can ball, we can rumble, okay? We can I'm gonna go through it and act like I'm not aware because I want to see how this plays out. I want to prove myself wrong. Do I? No. Anywho, let me stop venting. Your words and your actions, they ain't matching, but I don't want to hear it. You motherfucking hypocrite. Maybe I'm toxic. Okay. I had to go off. I had to go off on whoever has done me like that. Your words and your actions, they don't match. That's what I observe. And then all of a sudden, also, you have the nerve to tell me about something and you're a hypocrite about it, or you haven't even fixed that problem yourself. But yet you want to judge me for my problem. I'm not even asking you to do that. I'm asking for help. That's what that is about. So that's what that second verse is about. Maybe I'm toxic, right? Let's take a step back. Maybe I'm toxic. Maybe I should quit. I'm already losing. The numb you feel when you get high, and then you start to realize that people claim to ride or die, and they're just monitoring eyes. The pride, they lied. I tried. I cried. I asked God, why am I alive? He said, because it's not my time. Let's go through it. The numb you feel when you get high. I smoke, right? I take care of myself. I garden, and maybe it's medicinal, maybe it's recreational, whatever the case is, the numb I'm talking about. It's not a true numbing of the body, but it's a numbing in the sense of your emotions are lightened, okay? You're not taking every single day like it's the worst day ever, or that moment even like it's the worst moment. Those 4 or 5 hours you're high, you're thinking about, how to relax, basically. Your whole body is like starting to regroup and tell yourself it's gonna be okay somehow, some way. And that's, at least for me, that's how it works for me. Some people don't get that experience. I try to use it more medicinally than recreationally. There's no reason to not stay active in your life. You don't want to become numb and stagnant. That's dangerous. Don't do that. And all of a sudden, you're telling yourself everything's going to be all right. Then you start to realize, you think about, this is me. This is for me. The reflections that I go through, I'm probably, up in the clouds during this time. And I'm thinking and I'm going, oh, that person actually never saw the real me. That person said this, but that's not true. You know what I'm saying? They want me to believe it, but I saw otherwise, right? Because I go by actions at the end of the day. And so they claim to ride or die. That's what that means. But really, a lot of these folk out here, and this goes for you too, a lot of these folk out here are just monitoring eyes, okay? They may say a couple things here and there to support you, make you feel good about yourself so that they can stay on your good side, whatever the case may be. It may never feel wrong, but the point is when you need them, they're not there, okay? They're not really there for you. Even if they try and if they're incapable, that's even sadder, okay? Because that means they're unaware of the fact that they're even a monitoring eye. There are people out here who have to be monitoring eyes to even make it in society because their personality is so underdeveloped. This is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. This is the kind of stuff I dealt with and deal with, okay? So just know, people are monitoring eyes in their own ways, and some are worth identifying, some aren't. The people that seem to drain you in any type of way are the people you need to be, identifying as a monitoring eye, as a person that is more of a leech, whether that's emotionally, physically, monetarily, whatever it is, figure it out. Find out what's draining you. Get your power back. Take it back. People claim to ride or die, and maybe it's my pride, I don't know, that doesn't let me admit and confront them right away when they're wrong to me. But maybe it's my pride, because I don't want to think, oh, I picked the wrong person to be close to. Maybe that's what it is. You never know. Or it's their pride when they never want to take accountability within a relationship with you. The pride. They lied, because I don't be lying. I dead ass love talking about the truth. I love saying what I really feel and keeping my mouth shut when I can. Okay. But lying to the person you care about anyways is what the heck? And that's something I've experienced. I'm sure you have. Okay. If you've been cheated on, you definitely have. And that shit can make your head spin. And then I would try, knowing me, I hated burning a bridge. So I would try and try. I would cry. And then I would ask God, why? And you know what God said? He said, because it's not my time. That's all he gave me. Okay. I'm sorry. Not sorry. Let me break down why that's so important. All right. So last but not least, I guess I'm just too stressed to notice that I am blessed. I can't seem to find my light within this darkness. And I don't know, maybe this song shouldn't be public. Okay, you could go listen to that part because it breaks down so fire, right? I slow it down. I really take my time singing this part because I'm back to my body. I'm back into myself. I'm back where the soul is. And I'm talking to myself because God just told me the answer. Nothing is worse than praying, listening for an answer. Then you finally get one, probably. You think, right? You're second guessing it because it's probably not the answer you want, but nothing is worse than fully ignoring that answer. Okay. Think about it, ponder on it. You don't even have to move yet, right? But don't ignore it. Okay. I eased my way into that answer because it still didn't sit right with me. So I had to say, maybe I'm just too stressed to notice how blessed I really am, right? Then I took steps back, practiced gratitude. That's what that part's all about, gratitude. I'm still in my shit. I'm still in darkness. I'm still feeling like shit. I can't seem to find my light within this darkness, okay? I'm trying, is what I'm saying. God, I'm trying. And then I go, but I'm only human. So I'm like, I don't know. Maybe this song shouldn't be public at all things. It's nice to get it all out, right? I recorded this in the depths of my despair. Like nobody was ever going to see this song. I recorded this on GarageBand with my Apple headphones on my phone, and it sounded just as great as it do now, honestly. The demo is great. But the point is when I sing it, that part was so raw for me. That was never Like, that was never supposed to be fitted into the song for real. It was just me being honest with myself. I don't know, maybe this song shouldn't be public. And here it is. It's public because after I gained more stability in myself and confidence and understanding of why I'm going through what I'm going through, once I understood and accepted it, embraced these parts of me that are possibly dark and mysterious. Once I embrace those parts of me and understand that I can always improve and I don't have to count on or depend on anyone for that support, that's when I started to take notice that, yeah, this song does need to be public. I have not heard yet from any soul that they need a song like this, not even one. Like, honestly, if anything, every time I bring up this song, people look at me side eye. People, give me like these bug eyes as if it's such a scary topic or something. And I'm like, damn, is depression that taboo to talk about? And then I had a flashback and was like, whoa, it kind of is actually, because I remember growing up as a little girl and I told my mom after I learned what the word depression meant, and I wasn't that little, I was like 11, but I told her, I was like, Mom, I think I'm depressed. She was like, well, stop being depressed. And I know she meant to be lighthearted, but I know she meant to be lighthearted, but really. So, yeah, like, just know, like, people do struggle to talk about real things, real problems, real struggles. And I don't know why, because there's no one to impress. Okay. It's always rich against poor in this country. It's always racist and individualism against unity and community, right? So when you really simplify things and make it plain like that, make it the truth, it's really hard to argue. It's really hard to not communicate. It's really hard to not easily have a conversation about these things because everyone experiences it and we're all hiding it in our own ways. That's all the song is about. Just shedding a light on depression, my experience with it, and probably many of other people's, experiences fit within these lyrics, fit within my lines. Okay. So I'm here to support. I'm trying to get creative in the way I continue to encourage you guys and myself. So because of that, I want to take my time. So if you're like, oh, she's not consistent, so I shouldn't be following her. I get it. I totally do. But please understand that this is the kind of channel that I know is going to pop off with full consistency as soon as I can. Okay. I'm working my hardest to get comfortable in my new setting. I don't live in this hometown anymore, but I thought I'd do a video here just to change it up and give you guys an experience that I hope you'll remember. Subscribe, like for another Lyrics Explained. I have a few singles out still that need to be explained. So if you'd like to know the lyrics to like Trying, I'm Fine, Flow, let me know, okay, in the comments below. Thank you for watching again, and bye, my loves.
Davida, I'll sing it for you so you don't mess it up. It's not hard, you won't